not easy being me. Wash your face and brush your hair. Well, nag, 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 it's just not fair. I'm Horrid Henry. So down with school, I'm gonna rule. And when I'm king, I'll do my thing. And then my life will be so sweet. I'm Horrid Henry. Na na na, na na nay. The purple hand gang rules okay. Well, it's so easy being me. I'm Horrid Henry.
Hello everyone, Mariofantic2004 and welcome back to another review video. And today we are going to be reviewing on the TV show Horrid Henry. Horrid Henry is a kids show that came out in 2006 and made its last episode in 2015. This show is about a boy named Henry who's always horrid, but he does his best to have things right in the end. Now, before I talk any further about the show, I would like to get an interesting fact out of the way. Did you know that this show was made by the same company that made the Thimbles and the Roly Road show? Yeah, it was actually made by good old Novel Entertainment. And the interesting part about this is that Horrid Henry actually does have a select amount of episodes that references the two shows. And I actually find it interesting that Horrid Henry references another kids show. Well, that's just insane, but somehow it makes sense that they reference Thimbles and Roly Road because same company. Alright, back to this talking about Horrid Henry. I first discovered the show when I saw a clip of the episode Horrid Henry Rockstar. The main bit I remember was when his mum was getting him to do his homework, because Henry was too distracted being a rock star. That's the main bit I remembered when I first discovered the show. Now, I am aware that the show actually got a movie, and when I watched it, I found it okay, but I prefer the TV series. Because, yeah, the movie, in my opinion, isn't really the best thing to watch, but it's decent. Right, so some of you are probably curious, what do I like and what do I not like about this show? Well, let's get on to it. There's one thing I actually like about this show, is the life lesson it gives. And an example of this is in the episode at the end of Horrid Henry Tells the Truth, where Henry said, "May the truth be with you," which does mean you should always tell the truth. And it does sound like a Star Wars reference, where Henry said, "May the truth be with you." It sounds like May the 4th be with you. Anyways, another thing I actually like about this show is that how Henry's got really nice friends, and it's such a nice show to relate to because it will remind others how much friends they've got when they hang out with them. And yeah, and I just like the realism that's in the show. Now, we are going to the part where I talk about my one problem I have with the show. And nobody can blame me for saying this, but it's the way that Henry's parents treat Henry. I know Henry is horrid and all, but do you think Henry's parents is a bit too harsh on him sometimes? Because they actually tell Henry off over the stupidest thing. For example, in one episode, Henry just said morning to Peter, and then Mum said, "Don't be horrid, Henry." How is that horrid? Henry was just being nice. It doesn't make sense. I mean, I like the show, but I feel like Henry's parents just ruins it a bit because of the way they treat Henry, which is disgusting in my opinion. Now we can talk about my favourite episode and my least favourite episode from this show. So let's start with my most favourite episode. My favourite episode from Horrid Henry has to be the episode Horrid Henry and the Perfect Parent. The reason why I find this is my favourite episode is because you know how Henry's parents are always treats Henry like shit. Well, I actually really was interested to see the other side of this. So like, they were a bit nicer in most of the episode when Henry thought, what if his parents were a bit nicer? And I actually found it really nice. It actually does show it looks like a proper family. Like, it shows that they actually care about Henry. Not like how they usually do when they just say, don't be Horrid Henry over nothing. Like, you can't tell kids off over nothing, can you? I mean, in case they've done something naughty, but still. Now, we have gone to the part where we're going to talk about my least favourite episode. Not episodes, because there is a selective amount of episodes that I actually really dislike. And the first one I am going to go through now is the episode Horrid Henry Tells the Truth. Now, I may get a bit ranty when I go through this part of the video, but the reason why I hate this episode is because of Margaret. Now, yes, I know that Margaret's character is to, like, not get on with Henry, but I feel like, in my opinion, this is the worst that she got in this episode, because when Margaret has lost her phone, and she was actually blaming Henry for losing the phone, when Henry didn't really touch the phone at all. Throughout the whole episode, Linda had it the entire time. But the stupid thing that Margaret did was actually getting so pissed off at Henry to the point where she got most people that Henry gets on with turn their back on him because they thought Henry is horrible and he's stolen the phone. But it was not Henry. Even Henry said in the episode, I didn't even touch it, not even accidentally. Probably didn't get that accurate, but you know what I mean. But honestly, this is probably one of the worst episodes from season 4. And like, if anyone wants to like find a bad episode, this is probably one. Unless you like this episode, and well, I respect it. But this episode, ugh. God, I really don't. And the weird part, actually no, the weird part about this episode, I was so surprised about this, but Henry's parents didn't notice anything about it. Like, they didn't even punish Henry. It's a bit surprising, because Henry's parents usually go at Henry, says, Henry, I can't believe you took Mark's phone. Like, I don't think they wanted to get too involved in the situation, but though the episode, I did like it in the end because of the life lesson that Henry gave at the end, which is may the truth be with you, which I actually really like, which does tell the viewers to always tell the truth. And now there is more bad episodes, and most of them are from like season 5. Let's go through that one. Through that season, shall we? Now, another episode that I actually really dislike in this series, and this is from season 5. This is the episode Horrid Henry Mi Casa es tu casa. I think I pronounced that right, but oh, this is not a good episode, let me tell you that. The reason why I hate this episode is because of Peter. Yes, some people are going to say, oh, I thought Peter was perfect. Yeah, I thought Peter was perfect as well. Well, guess what? Peter's not perfect. He was an absolute dick in this episode. And this is the biggest problem I have with this episode. So, in one scene, Henry and Peter goes in the bathroom when they have a line. When Henry goes into the bathroom, he sees Peter in there, and then there's the line in the bathroom. So the toilet is literally on Peter's side. So that means Peter didn't let Henry try to go to the toilet. Like, are you absolutely serious? I know this is like a game, but for God's sake, don't do it in the bathroom. Why? It wouldn't be fair on Henry because Henry needs the toilet. Honestly. Ugh. I really don't like this episode. This and Tells the Truth is the worst episode in this series. Also, sorry for getting a bit ranty earlier. It's just that the 2 episodes that I just talked about that I disliked just really just made me go, ugh. Overall, what do I think of Horrid Henry? Well, it's an absolutely brilliant show, despite the nitpicks that I mentioned. And it's just like the In-Betweeners, it's actually a bit realistic to British life. So, Horrid Henry gets I'd say probably 9 out of 10 because of the issue where I have the show where Henry's parents wasn't really that nice to him, but they treat Peter fine, but for Henry they don't. So it's really good. Alright, I know this video is a bit short, and I'm sorry if it is a bit short. It's just that, unlike the Bluey video, I don't have a lot to say about the show, so yeah, that's all I gotta say about the series. But all I'm gonna say is thanks for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in whatever next video I make. So bye bye.